Yeah, sounds like the group had fun though. I saw Carmen at a meeting this week and she said it was great.
Yeah, that's what I think everyone has been on.
Are you running the sessions Monday?
I need a, and yeah, I'm studying for, an exam to specialize in conditional coupled edema, and I'm taking it on Friday, so I just wanna
Yeah,
study.
need a little
it.
airspace,
Don't want-
yeah.
I don't really see the point in doing it at all. Again, are you going?
No, well Jeremy, well he was like, can you come back and can you like try to, you know.
Can you
that
hear
was
me?
with more,
Yeah.
from the demographics and all the perspectives, I was like, I can't, here's how senior eye concert, but I sent a text to
Can you hear me?
you know,
I hope they'll come.
more Hebrew school parentish age
Yeah.
that,
I think it's a big ask because it's still a pilot and not the actual
Yeah.
phase. But I understand that he wants it to be perfect, and at first I was kind of in
Great.
but like, feeling like I
Lara
know
will be
what
up in a
to do,
minute.
And it's like, no, I don't.
yeah,
And like, even if it's not like smooth, it'll be fine.
I know, right? I mean, and I think it's the kind of thing where you can try to prepare all you want, but, you
Mhm.
know, but
Yeah.
you're gonna get it. It's okay.
No.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
long as like, you know, the, goodwill, good intention is all there,
You
right?
have to trust the relationship.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you trust the community, right? And, I know, I texted Lauren and she's like, I saw that. She's like, I don't think they're like want to hear what I'm gonna say. I said, actually, that's exactly why you should go. I don't know if she will, but.
Italian Market Festival this weekend.
I know that.
It
Oh,
starts
yeah.
today at 10 a.m. Oh, it's already started.
I live right there.
I know, I live right there.
It's too many people.
It is. It is. The best kettle corn in the world
It
is at the
is.
corner of 9th and Catherine.
It is. Yep. Every year.
That's what I go down for.
It's like crack.
Are you gonna go, Sarah? No. You're just gonna stay away?
Yeah, I like to watch the videos of the greased pole, but it's too crowded.
It's too crowded. I got a little bit of it last year because I found like a little space.
It's
It was really hot.
I try to go to be like part of it, and I'm like, it's just too many people, and it's hot.
It's a lot of people, and it's gonna be steamy.
It's too bad it's gonna get so warm today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's
Yeah.
nicer, it's like,
If it wasn't so
I
many
like the
people, I would go,
concept.
but it's just so many people.
it's crazy.
I like the concept of it, rather than.
I know, if it was like just half the people, or like 3/4 of the people.
Well, that's like being nostalgic because I'm old, you know,
Yeah.
but back in the day, it was a lot more mellow, this big.
No, it's definitely the lore of it has
Yes,
definitely.
yeah.
I'm just mad because Karen's like perfect in the suburbs, late afternoon shakes with a new car, which I hate moving my car this weekend. Come on.
You can't move your car in the Italian Market.
No, like we're never gonna be able to park when we come home.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, it's not her birthday, it's just like one of my friends' birthday parties. I'm like, do you really wanna go? Mom, okay, fine, I'll move the car. Maybe we'll be okay, it's like 4:30 or 6:30, so.
What does it end on Sunday?
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Yeah, it's just Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, what time? It's like 5.
Yeah.
But my neighbor is he's got his whole weekend built around going down to Esposito's and getting a roast pork sandwich.
It's the best. That's the thing, it's like, there's so many different, it's like I gotta get the tamales, I gotta get the popcorn, I gotta get the various things. We have friends who live on the 800 block of Federal and they usually block off their street and do block party, but they're away this year, I'm like, cause that's always nice, when you just sit out there and then kind of dip in and out.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It's good.
Enjoy it, but not get overwhelmed.
Yeah, you can't stay in it for. Hey, downstairs.
Chatting too.
Anything y'all want to do today? Any posture, body parts you want to mess with?
Hip opener.
Hip openers? Anywhere particular in your hips?
No.
Adductors, quads, TFLIT band, hamstrings, glutes. Glutes?
Piriformis.
Piriformis, yep, back of the hip again.
And core.
Core.
Cool. It's like the only thing that doesn't hurt right now.
That ball got the best of you yesterday?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that bouncing ball will do that. All right. First, we'll try to like engage the back of the hip, warm it up a little bit, and then we'll start stretching. So the way to connect to the back of your hip is going to be like glutes specifically is going to be pushed down in your heels, and then sweep your heels out. So think of what the misalignment is. The heels want to do this right when we stand, so we're going to sweep out this way. That's that action. And when you do that, it's going to catch you right. We all have this little dimple on our butt right here. That's where your glute and your piriformis are going to be. So you're going to feel that start to activate. And that's going to be stability of the pelvis. When we like step back to lunge, like those things, that's extending out of the hip. I do that a lot with y'all to try to get, this action extended. This is flexion, and this is extension. This is hyperextension, right? I'm beyond the range. So what happens? My belly goes forward, and that's where I get that cramp in my lumbar, right? So you want to be careful. This, we'll do spinal balance today. This turns into this. We know it can't be here, right? We gotta be back here. So I've seen that in an exercise class, right? Where it's like, that's not what I'm trying to achieve with y'all. I'm just trying to achieve connection back here, outside hamstring, and the glute to extend the hip. That other one is a questionable movement. Because if you have low back pain, is that going to help your low back pain? Over engaging your spinal erectors? Probably not, right? So, but you got to find what works for you, right? That's always going to be the game. For somebody it is, right? For sure. So, find the balance. We'll play with some of that, and then we'll get into open. Maybe we get into like a Uttanasana or something like the arm balance, standing vision. See, maybe we take a lay back. You like that one, right? Perfect. Well, you can demo that? No problem.
Neither little on that.
Well, we're laughing a little bit, right? You're supposed to have fun when we're here, right? Come on, let's do it. Take a nice seat, close the eyes. Sit up tall. Even here, right? This is that position in the hip. It might be a little challenging for us, so sit up a little taller, maybe on the blanket or the bolster, and give yourself a little space. Lean back a little bit and feel the sit bones. And now root them down. So think from your waist down into those sit bones to the mat. Then think of your waist up as you lift away from the mat. Feel your belly pull in. Feel your shutters close. Feel your shoulders come back just a little bit. We're not trying to squeeze our shoulder blades to the midline, to our spine, but we're not letting them round forward either. Now take your throat back, like you're taking the back of your neck to the wall behind you. Now bring your chin down just a little bit. We're not trying to touch our chest, but we're not trying to have our chin up to the sky. So what have we kind of gone through here the past couple cues? Balance, right? Finding where we need to move forward or move back or side to side. Remember, balance isn't always equal. Sometimes you have to overweight one side to bring it up into balance. Maybe that's one of our side bodies that want to stay crunched, to breathe from the hip bone up the side body. Maybe it's one of those shoulders that want to hike up. Or whatever it is for you. And as you turn to your breath, listen to yourself breathe. Or or slow down the beginning of the inhale and push more on the end of the exhale, or count out the breath, or find Ujjayi, right? Where is it that you need to be in this moment? As the breath turns to movement, let the inhale lift the arms. And let the exhale bring the thumb to touch. And then the pinky, the pointer finger, the ring fingers, and the middle fingers. The petals of the lotus closing. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together the sound of all together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. We softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes. Awesome. Let's go move. It's not a competition, but let's go move. All right, let's go child's pose. Move into the back of the head here. So you're gonna go arms up overhead. Make sure your hands are to shoulders width or even a little bit wider. I've mentioned to y'all, for me in my practice, my pinky hangs off, about half of my ring finger hangs off, and the tip of my middle finger. That's how wide I keep my arms. Now, you gotta find what's gonna feel good to you, but hanging off of that is a little, is acceptable, right? Because you might need that space. I don't know why yoga mats are as wide as they are. They should be a little wider, but I don't know, that's the case. So if you have to ride a little bit wide and the fingers are off, it's okay. Now hug your hands into the midline and start to pull some energy up the arms. Lift the forearms up off the mat. Lift your inner biceps up. That cue is when you feel your shoulders move out away from your neck. You get broad or open in your chest and your upper back. Now slide your forehead off the mat. So it's a little more of a active child's pose. Yep. Feel those muscles in the back of the neck engage. Feel the muscles, the spinal erectors between your shoulder blades from your head to your butt, right? Like I would say north to south. Feel those start to engage. And now soften your chest towards the mouth. One more breath. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. Hands an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees an inch or two behind your hips. Same thing here, charge up arms and legs, hugging into the midline. Make sure there's a micro bend in your elbows. Squeeze your biceps. When your elbows hyperextend, it's your biceps that aren't turned on. So as soon as you bend your elbows that little bit, squeeze your biceps. If you're not sure where your biceps are, right here. So we want to squeeze these muscles here. Sweep the inner heels out. Curl your toes. Sweep your inner heels out. Start to hug your shins in. Pull your heels to your butt. Pull your belly to your spine. Pull your shutters closed, low down. Now breathe. Feel the side body starting to lengthen from hips to armpit. Feel the upper back of the ribs actually expanding in all directions like a cylinder. Slide the back of the throat with your neck towards the ceiling. Bring the chin to the chest a little bit. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, work your cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back, look to your belly. Lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch, and your exhale, round. Now stay with your breath. To get into the upper back, to open it a little more, you're going to look to your belly nice and deep. Lumbar, low back, you're going to lengthen sit bones to the backs of your knees. On the inhale, feel how your arms, they slide, like the head of your arm bone slides deep into that shoulder socket. And then feel how the sit bones start to blossom or widen. One more, and then come to a neutral position, so find that flat back. Now, here's that spinal balance. Inhale, right arm up, left leg back. So look where Trina's toes are. They're only about like maybe 4 or 6 inches off the floor. If she lifted them higher, she's gonna, there's that, look at her belly going down and her lumbar spine getting all tore up. We don't want that. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. Now kick back like you're kicking through a leg press or like you're trying to kick the wall down behind you. So there's good engagement right, as you extend at the hip. Exhale, lower. Right arm up, left leg back. Lift from the inner upper edge of the forearm and the inner upper edge of the thigh so we don't peel that hip away. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. Now reach back out of your heel, forward out of your fingertips, crown of the head, side to side. Exhale, lower. Now put it with your breath. Inhale, right arm up, left leg back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm up, right leg back, or your side two. Keep it going. Now it should probably take you 2 or 3 seconds to lift the arm and the leg. It should probably take you 2 or 3 seconds to lower the arm and the leg. Because that's about how long your breath is taking. This is one of those poses, it's easy to get ahead of your breath. Go slow. You've heard me say before, I think one of the most challenging things in yoga is to truly work with your breath. Because we want to move fast. We're used to rushing around, right? Just getting that shit in. We want to slow the pace down. One more, balance your sides out. So if you started with the right arm and left leg, finish with the left arm and right leg. Nice, y'all. But that is a real challenge to move with your breath. We'll be back in all fours. When you're ready, step back to plank. Now your shoulders are stacking up on top of your wrist crease and you're reaching out of your heels. So if your feet are straight up and down right now, you're a little bit too long. You're making this harder than it needs to be, right? The distance is off. So just tiptoe forward a little bit, and then you can reach your heels back. Now pull your bellies in and pull your shutters closed. Now feel yourself pushing down. So push down into your hands, especially the thumb and the pointer finger side of the hand. The fingertips and the knuckle pads. Push down into your feet. Feel you lift your legs up. Feel how you can hold your hips. Now push back down. Feel all the power you just pulled up? Now hold that. Now in downward dog, it's getting a little challenging because we're working, opening up the chest and those lats and the side bodies as the arms go overhead. So take a couple breaths and keep the engagement of hugging in, of keeping the forearms lifting up and the inner biceps lifting up. Keep the back of your neck sliding towards the front of the room. Now soften your chest back towards your toenails. And there's the arms going up overhead. Now we're getting the weight back into the legs. So the pose is getting a little bit easier. Not easy, easier. Now if you want to charge it a little bit, or if you want to extend it a little bit, charge the legs up, and then try to straighten them. Reach from the hips, down the back of the legs, and at the bottom of the heels. Let the next inhale come forward to plank, exhale back to downward dog. So here's where the distance, right? Inhale, come forward to plank, exhale back to downward dog. That's why we measured it. Keep it going. Work with your breath. We're going to do a few of these. Drive into that plank, right? Plank's a powerful pose. We want to drive into that pose, holding on to all that power we already created. One more, and as you come forward, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. Squeeze those shoulders back. And take those shoulders down away from your ears. When you're ready, lower the chest, push up through plank, and back to downward dog. Remember the breath. Stay with it. Now if it feels good to bend your knees in your downward dog, bend your knees. If it feels good to straighten your legs, straighten your legs. Don't let your head hang, no. If your head hangs, it's gonna pull on your neck, it's gonna pull your upper back, and your arms are gonna not want to go overhead. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. Legs super fiery here. And as the shoulders go back and down, take that breath. When you're ready, maybe pop back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. So here, if we're in flexion in this right hip, right, means we're short in the front. What are we going to be here? Long, right? So we're starting to open up some of this in the back of the hip on that front leg. Now keep the power from pushing down. Remember we said we need that to get the stability in the pelvis. The misalignment here on the back leg is that the heel wants to fall in. So right away we're sweeping the energy out. Remember, that's going to catch us right here. Now keep hugging in. Now balance it out by softening that right thigh down to the floor. Yeah. Now keep pulling the energy in. So keep ripping your feet towards one another. Front to back, side to side. Pull that pelvic floor up. Take it from root chakra all the way up to ground. And then inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. See, as you sweep that back heel out now, you're going to feel like it brings your left hip forward. So keep hugging to the inside of that right thigh. Now go up. Now curl back a little bit. The next inhale for 2 or 3 seconds. Peel up. And then exhale for 2 or 3 seconds. Curl back. Or whatever the length of your breath is. Yep, one more. And then exhale the hands down. Step back, downward dog. Move through 1 vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Slow is how you hold on to these things. Fast is where momentum rips them away from us. Momentum can be our friend, but at the same time, in a transition, momentum can kind of fight against us. We're more interested in being able to start, stop, and hold. Right? Accelerate, decelerate, and stabilize ourselves. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Right, that's the control. That front knee stay right on top of the ankle and in line with that second toe. Now keep pushing down. Keep the top of that back thigh lifting up. Now reach the heel back behind you. Keep pushing the front heel down, pulling it back to you, but reach the knee forward. Reach out with the crown of your head. Breathe side to side. Yep, go for it. Inhale, come up. Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. Right? We use all this now. It was all this power. Now the freedom in the pose is going to be softening into the lead knee, softening the thigh down, reaching back out of the heel, reaching up, maybe curling back. Right? That's the extension, the organic part of the pose. One more breath. And there's the balance. Yep. Exhale the hands down, step back, downward dog, move through 1 vinyasa. We talked about that a couple weeks ago, like muscle and organic energy. Right? You use the muscle energy to create the foundation, right? To connect and integrate, and then you use that organic side to go into that space. Reach, bend, fold, twist, right? Whatever it is. From downward dog, look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take that nice big reach. Pull the belly in, pull the sit bones down, maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, right hand grabs the left wrist. Let's play with a little balance. So plug that right leg up. Let the hips settle to the left just a little bit, and then you side bend towards the wall, towards the brick wall. Now we want to root from the hip into the heel, and then we want to peel up. Inhale, come back up, swap the arm and the leg. Breathe up, yep. Hip to the right a little bit. We side bend towards the left. And we're peeling up out of this hip here. Yep, we're trying to clear this space. We're breathing between our ribs. And then inhale, come up. Release the hand and the foot. Take the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, breathe up into those ribs. And exhale, take the shoulders back. Maybe the hands away from your back. I haven't played whole in a yoga class in a long time. In real life, yes, on the reg, but yeah, in a yoga class, probably about like 10 years. Here we are. If you don't know whole, you better go home and Google that. Actually, don't even go home. As soon as you get that phone, everything I tell you not to do, we'll go check it out. Release the hands, sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, curl back. Inhale, come up, exhale, forward. Stay with your breath, right? Feel your breath.
Very.
Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward. Now keep the balance of the feet, heel to the ball of the foot. I teach y'all like human movement. So we come from the heel, and we you stretch the outside of the foot. So the outside of the foot is rooted. What's your arch doing? It's up, right? But the outside of your foot is rooted. So stretch it forward until you feel the pinky toe mound rooted. Now widen your foot out so you're gonna see your toes spread, and now push that big toe mound down. But don't lose the outer edge of the foot or the pinky toe mound. Definitely not the heel. Now look at your feet, how they're engaged. Look at it pull up your legs now. Now look forward, let it climb up your spine, and now fold into the pose a little bit deeper. Yeah, this shit is starting where? At your feet. That fascial line's from underneath your heel, up your calves, your hamstrings, your spinal rectus, all the way to your skull. Inhale, look forward. You want to do the twist? Exhale, fold. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf or shin. Take the twist here. Keep the hips square. Inhale, come back to center. Swap the hands and the foot. Swap the hand side too. Be careful not to let the weight come too far forward or too far back. Maybe look up. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times, so flow through a little bit here. But remember, keep your pace. Nice job. It will feel like slow motion. It's not. It's just you truly working with your breath. Like, think 2 seconds is a long time to adjust your body. Right? So we want that. We want every bit of that. That's about what our breath is, generally, to be about 2 or 3 seconds. When you get back to downward dog, exhale, lower your knees, sit back on your heels, Vajrasana. Then inhale the arms up, take the right hand behind your back, left hand to your elbow. Pull your bellies in, close the shutters. Push your head back into your forearm. Yep. That'll help you hold on to the shutters a little easier. And exhale, release. Inhale, come up, wiggle your toes. And then curl your toes, sit back. Take the arms back up. Bring that left hand behind. Right hand to your elbow. Pull your bellies in. When you pull your shoulders close, you might lean forward. That's a better look than this. All right? Pull this in. Now I'm going to push my head back as I try to engage these spinal erectors up in here as I come up tall. Exhale, release. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hand down, wiggle your toes. Yep, and then we'll meet all 4 hands and knees. Take a breath here. Step back to plank. So line it up here with the shoulders on top of the wrist crease. With the hips up. Now remember, when you push down, you should feel your upper back starting to broaden, not collapse. So don't let your shoulder blades fall to the midline. The action of your scapulas, your shoulder blades in a push, is that they're going to protract. So they're going to go out. So if we bring them to the midline, we're getting weaker. Is there too much? Of course there is. Your upper back shouldn't be rounded. It should just be neutral. Pull your bellies in. Pull your shutters closed. Maybe you reach that right heel up just a couple inches. Keep reaching the heel back to the wall behind you. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, lower it. Take the left heel up. Keep your belly button in. If you lift your heel too high, it's going to force your belly button to the floor, so don't let that happen. Exhale, lower it. Take 1 more breath. Push back, downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin the back heel. Come up, warrior 2. Line up the balance beam. Keep the thigh back on the left side, like you're sticking your butt back. Breathe to get tall here. So So now as we go sit bone to heel or we sweep the heel towards the wall, there's space, right, to open into. Take the palm up, slide back into that reverse warrior. Slow, remember the 2 or 3 seconds. If the front knee moves back on you, bend back into it so it stacks up on top of the ankle. Inhale, come back up, warrior 2, take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, bow to the inside of that right thigh. On the arm of warrior. Look to the front left corner of your mat, there's the spine. Right, looking to the middle of your mat's the misalignment of the upper back that we live with, right? Fall back. Here we're looking for that neutral thoracic extension. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Now your vinyasa might have got a little bit quicker, right? Because your heart rate might have come up because we're holding the poses. We're starting to like play with the strength a little bit more. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin that back heel. Come up warrior 2 side 2. Have those back toes just slightly turn forward from parallel to the back of the mat. So think if 12 o'clock was straight forward, 3 o'clock's out to the side, you're just in front of 3 o'clock. Keep those heels heavy. Keep those arches lifting up. Keep the energy pulling up the legs, right? Warrior poses are powerful. Bring the gaze right over the middle finger, and now settle into the pose. Yeah, strong here, but at the same time, relax. Take the palm up. Curl back into that reverse warrior. Yes, breathe into the left side of the ribs. Feel that big expansion and curl back on it a little bit deeper. Feel the peel. Inhale, come back up, warrior 2. When the hands go behind the back, swap the hand holds. So left was under, right is under. And then bow the inside of that left thigh. Legs are starting to shake a little bit. Good. That's what we want. We're keeping these muscles under tension. That's how we get stronger. Look to the front right corner of the mat. Yeah, feel the work in the upper back. That's exactly where it should be. To hold the spine nice and neutral. This is going to pay off later. And then exhale the hands down, spin the back heel up, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. This is how we leave nice and tall, right? And engage in that upper back. Where we showed up, most of us, right, generally deficient in that area because of how we have to live forward all day. We got to pluck our thumbs on that phone or live by that keyboard, right? It's tough. So here we're really starting to work those muscles. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top of one front. Turn the bicep forward, integrate the upper back, push out of the big toe mound, pull the energy up the legs to the hips. You want to go Vashisthasana, hug your left knee to your chest, take your 2 fingers between your toes, kick your foot towards the wall with the window and the door. Now take the leg to the sky, or you can hold your bent knee. Yep, right there with the bent knee. Release the leg if it's there. Inhale, come back to center. Push back, downward dog, take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot, stack the right foot on top of one front. Keep your hips up by pushing down into the outside of that left foot. By keeping the energy pulling up the legs and rooting, holding it in the hips. If you're going to go Vashi, the right knee draws to the chest, the 2 fingers between the toes, kick to the brick first, then to the sky, or hold the knee. Breathe. Release the leg. Inhale, come back to plank. Keep pushing down. Don't let your upper back collapse. These count 100%. Keep breathing. Keep your upper back nice and open by pushing down. Push down into your feet. And slowly lower your knees. Take a break. Child's pose, Vajrasana. Grab a drink, wipe your face, whatever feels good.
Larry came with the fire today.
I heard someone say core.
Thank you. Y'all doing it. It look beautiful. Or like I always say this little like You didn't get strong because I got this magic yoga dust that I was like sprinkling it on you, right? As I walk around, you did it from the work, right? You dove in and you do that shit. You work for it. That's the reward. Awesome. All right, you ready to keep going? We'll meet all fours, hands and knees. Take your time getting there. You need a couple more breaths. Take them. Be ready to get back to all fours. Work your way back. Low mountain. Start to fire it up. Pull the fire from the legs and the arms. Pull that belly in, those shoulders closed. When you're ready, step back to plank. Push back to downward dog. Work through one vinyasa. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Exhale, lower your back knee. Inhale, come up, hands to the bent knee. I tend to do this quad stretch with y'all when we do core because it's going to require a lot of hugging in, right? So we're going to be, there's a little bit of balance. So make sure right away your hips width apart. Because if we're too narrow, it's going to really challenge the balance in a tough way. So go to that neutral position. Now keep your belly button working towards your spine here. Then bend your left knee and reach back with your left hand. Grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Keep dragging the back knee forward to pull the energy up with that back leg. Pull the front heel back. Pull the energy into that right hip. Hug your shins in, or like draw your left hip in towards the inside of your right thigh. Take your right ribs back. Bring your left ribs forward. Take your right shoulder back. Bring your left shoulder forward. Yeah, see all that power, now you're holding the space. Now draw the heel towards the sit bone. And if you want to go even further, yep, you're going to plug the arm in. Yep, take it behind your head. Maybe curl back. But keep it in the upper back. Where does it want to go? Lumbar, don't let it. Keep hugging your elbow in. Yep, one more breath. Now control it as you release. Place the hands down, lift the back knee, downward dog. Nice job. See where there's a little balance in that one? But that's the play, right? That's what we're working today. Balance is core. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Remember the 2 or 3 seconds as you lower the back knee. Remember the 2 or 3 seconds as you inhale, come up, hands to the bent knee. And as you're pushing down and you're ripping that front knee back, the back knee forward and the front heel back, power in that, right? Rip. That's a powerful cue. Bring the energy in. Then bend the right knee, reach back with your right hand. Sometimes we grab like this, sometimes we grab like this. It really just is determined by what kind of length you have in the quads, where you're going to get there. This would be a little bit further to go into supination. This would be a little more accessible. So just find out where you need to be. And just like we did before, start pulling that right knee forward. Yep, bring that right hip forward. Bringing those right ribs forward and the left ribs back. And the right shoulder forward and left shoulder back. And now as that heel's drawing towards the sit bone, we're intensifying that quad stretch. And then the left arm comes in front. And we push our head back into our hand. Now as you look up, hear how my throat doesn't close, right? My voice doesn't change. If I go here, you can hear my voice change, right? Because my throat's closing. Work here at the occipital, the little bump. That's where you want to look up and control it as you release. Hands down, lift the back knee, downward dog. Nice job. Pedal, swivel, wiggle a little bit. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, pigeon press. So we're going to stay up on this one. We won't be here real long. This is one of the first ones here. So if this is too much on the knee or the hip, you're gonna go into supine pigeon on your back, okay, when we go into some of these, if that feels good to you. Now the right knee is gonna be wide to the right edge of your mat, and your left knee is gonna be in line with your hip. Now activate from your front foot, like you're pushing on a gas pedal. If you're not sure what that action is, take your left hand onto the ball of your right foot, and you're gonna push out into your hand. And that's gonna shoot the energy up and start supporting these joints. And now we got a nice opener here in the back of the hip and down the back of the leg. One more breath. When you're ready, place the hands, lift the hips, unwind that right leg, reach it back over the ceiling in the wall meet. Come forward, right knee to left elbow. Back over the ceiling in the wall meet. Come forward, knee to opposite elbow. Remember the 2 or 3 second thing. This one's going to be easy to try to just go for 1 second. On this next one, kick the leg out to the side. If you want to hold it up, hold it up. Take that breath. When you're ready, get out to the left. When you're ready, unwind it. Reach that leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and exhale, lower it down. Take a breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Get your prep side too. So now the left knee's wide towards the edge of the mat, and the right knee's in line with your hip. The left one you can see, right? The right one, if you're not sure, peek over your shoulder. Take a look where it's at. See the lift here? This is from the power of pushing down and hugging in. Right? That's how much we want to. That's how much power we want to have in pigeon. It's easy to just be the collapse pose, right? Especially when we fold, and we will later. We'll get into this a little bit longer, but here's where we want to just feel. What's the foundation of this going to be? Then, as we fold, we would be extending this. One more breath. Place the hands, lift the hips, reach that left leg back toward the ceiling and the wall meet. Come forward, left knee to right elbow, back toward the ceiling and the wall meet. Come forward, take the twist, and reach it back. Remember, reach out of your heel. On the third one, if you want to kick the leg out, see if you can hold it up, go for it. And then unwind, reach it back. When you're ready, lower it down. We'll all meet in downward dog. One more breath. Exhale, lower your knees, come to a seated position. Baby cradle. So bend your right leg, go to the outside of your hip, bring your left foot into either the crease of your elbow or one hand under your ankle and one hand underneath your calf. Let's see, yesterday I couldn't do this, but let's see what today's like. Okay, so I like here. And then I can go side to side a little bit. See my foot wanting to sickle? This is putting my knee in a tough position. So I want to push out of that big toe mountain, pull the pinky toe side to the back. Just like we talked about in pigeon, right? Same thing tries to happen here. Same shape. And now on the back of the hip. If you want to stay here, stay here. You want to hit Asana. You're going to lift that left leg up. You're going to take it high on your arm. You're going to squeeze your arm between your legs. You're going to place your hands down, just like downward dog. You're going to take your right ankle over your left, and then your feet to the outside of your hand. Yep, like towards the wall with the hand on the door. Bend both elbows, bring your right hand forward. Bend both elbows like chaturanga. Squeeze your thighs together. Start to lift the hips up. Alright. Core. Here. Let it go. Pull the knee towards the elbow. Hinge. Kick the front leg forward and the back leg back. Back to the elbow. Get in there. Back to the edge. And hinge. Right? That's where you go. Sometimes right? You just gotta keep going where you need to go. That's the game. Come on, try side two. You have your left heel to the outside of your, towards the outside of your hip. I just can't take it either. That's where you want to be. I just can't get this. So nice and tall. Yep. And there's that nice open all back here. So this is a great place to stay, right? You're doing it. It's happening. Stay here. If your practice is asking you to go into the arm balance, then go for it. So we take the right leg high, arm goes underneath. Now when I said place the hands like downward dog, right? You're just gonna put them down, just like they would be, like you've been all practice. Because if our hands aren't set, we're not gonna have our shoulders aren't gonna be able to get to that good spot, right? Now you're gonna take your left ankle over your right, then your feet to the outside of your hand. There's the core. You're gonna go forward as you bend the elbows, like chaturanga. Yep, bring your chest towards the floor. So think your shoulders and your elbows have to be the same height, just like chaturanga. What wants to happen? This. What's my shoulder doing? Forward or back? Forward. Where's it gotta be? Back. Now where I have to, how do I get my elbows and my shoulders to be the same height? I bend my elbows. See where I'm now? Shoulder and elbow. Now I can reach out. Chaturanga. Shoulders and elbows same height, right? All right, let's spin around all fours. Take a couple breaths. When you're ready, step back to plank. Downward dog. Work through one vinyasa. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through. Pigeon. Now we'll go a little bit deeper for those of you who want to go into the fold. I know a lot of you like the fold, so we'll go there now. Then we'll come up and do a twist out of this. So fire up from your foot, your legs, pull it up into the hips, take it through the upper trunk, then control it as you fold down. Yeah, don't collapse. Keep looking out in front of your mat as you go down. And that'll bring that spine back to that neutral space that we talked about. Now feel, did you lose any of the power in your legs or your hips? If you did, reignite it, pull it back in. Then look forward, climb that spine again, and refold into the pose. Now to go a little bit deeper here, you're gonna inhale, come up. You're gonna take your left hand onto the ball of your foot. You're gonna push like the gas pedal. That's gonna protect the knee. Now you're gonna lift the right knee up and move it back an inch or two. Then you're gonna hug back in. Now lift your left knee up, move it back an inch or two. Lower it back down, hug back in. It's gonna get better. Now go back to the fold. And you can feel you took the pose a bit deeper in the back of that hip. And remember, anytime that you're moving your hips, the next breath, you want to readjust your spine so you look forward and you climb that spine out of the waist because the relationship has changed, and then you fold into it. Inhale, come up, bend that left knee, reach back with your right hand. Take your left hand out towards the edge of your mat, maybe even onto the floor. Open the right side of the chest towards the sky. Pull your belly in and your shutters closed. Now draw your heel towards the sit bone. So the twist is first, then we'll start taking that quad stretch a little bit further. Yes. Watch the pulling as you release. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hands, lift the hips. Align that right leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Keep Let's do 2 more. If you want to hit the chaturanga with the leg up, go for it. If you're happy with the plank, awesome. After you do your 3, lower that right leg down, take a breath. And when you're ready, reach the left leg straight back, step it through, pigeon side 2. Back that hip again on the left side. Work from the feet. The feet on the back, the foot on the back, if the toes are curled, you're going to get more power out of it. If the toenails are flat, you're going to get more extension. It's not a right or wrong, it's just wherever you want to play. If you can hold your hips up and they're powerful like this, feel free to extend those toes, the toenails flat. If you feel like you're collapsing, then just do yourself a favor, curl the toes, you're going to get a little more power out of it. And then if you want to fold, go for it. Remember, you're trying to make this shit as optimal and efficient as possible, right? This is hard. We don't want to waste anything. We want to keep building, right? Little by little. That's what I try to do with my cues with y'all. I try to take y'all right on up until we get to that point where we're like, now reach up and curl back, right? Or whatever we're doing. Here it was all that work to then soften into the fold. Because if we didn't build it up, we would collapse into the fold. Now, if you want to work deeper, you inhale, come up, you take your right hand onto the ball of your foot, you push like a gas pedal, you hug in first, then lift your left knee up and move it back an inch or 2, and then hug in again. Then lift your right knee up and move it back, and hug in again, right? So it takes a few breaths here to get here. And then you can go back into the fold. And you'll notice at the stretch, the pose got deeper. Maybe your shin got a little more parallel with the front of the mat. And therefore taking the opener, the back of the hip even deeper. Inhale, come up, bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand. Right hand's going to go towards the right edge of your mat, maybe even touching the floor. Pull your bellies in. See, what wants to happen when you don't close your shutters is you want to manipulate the shoulder blade like this. This isn't a twist. This is a manipulation. This is a twist. Right where I'm rotating my spine. And in order to do that, you have to keep the shutters closed. One more breath. And then watch the going as you release. Place the hands down. Lift those hips. Reach that left leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then you're going to work your come forward the plank with the legs up. If you want to hit the chaturangas in there, go for it. I see some of you doing the vinyasas with the one leg. Go for it. Play with what feels good to you. You know the challenge is never going to end, right? As soon as you get to that, whatever you've been working for, it's going to be something else. That's kind of one of the cool things about yoga, right? Just a practice. You just keep going. When you lower that leg, back to downward dog, look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Awesome, crew. Grab your mats, find a spot on the wall, we'll go upside down. Strong? Yeah. Yeah, sorry, lifted blankets are fine. Alright, if you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your mat, right? Take a bunch of breaths, hug the knees in, take the one heel to the sky, as the other heel roots, take a bunch of breaths, swap into side 2. If you're at home or you're in the yoga studio, it's not your day to invert. You know you're always welcome to go legs up the wall, or do a pose that feels good to you, okay? I'll talk everyone like always, downward dog and elbows. But if you want to play with your handstands or your headstands or your tripods or anything like that, go for it. Okay? We didn't hit this shape today, but you could try to like eagle the legs. Would be back to the hip a little bit. So you could try that if you wanted to. Alright, so if you're going to stick with me, let's go all fours, hands and knees. If you're going to work on your own, whenever you're ready, Trina's walking around. She's ready for any questions that you have, so if you need her help, grab her. Once I get everybody up, I'll walk around as well, so if you need me, grab me. Whatever the case is, 122 of us. Alright, so if you're going to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, and your feet are touching the wall. We're in that low mountain, like we were earlier. We're going to take a couple breaths, and then we're going to lift our knees up and our hips, so we come to like a short downward dog. Then we're going to step one foot up the wall, and then the second foot up the wall. If your knees are staying bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If your legs are straight, you're in elbows. Nice, y'all. Exhaling when you take your legs up. Yeah, it's going to draw your belly in. Yeah. It's like free core, right, when you exhale. So we're just talking about exhaling over here. When you exhale, your transverse abdominis, which is the deepest of your abdominal wall, your core, is going to draw in. So when you go to kick up, you want to exhale. Because you're getting that free draw anyway, right? So, and the belly's going to draw in. Maybe another 30 seconds or so. If you're about to kick up, go for it. If you're ready to meet on your back, we'll meet on our backs. All right, so we'll go through a couple back bends. We'll go wheel and bridge. We can do some urban push-ups if you want. Okay, so So let's start on our backs. Our knees are bent, our feet are flat, and we're hips width apart. We don't want to be too narrow because we're going to lose power in the back of the hips. Just like we don't want to be too wide, but we can be just to the outside of the hips. We need a little more foundation. Now feel your sacrum, the back of your pelvis, root to the mat. So if you took your fingertips and tried to slide them underneath your sacrum, you couldn't. But if you tried to slide them underneath your lumbar spine, you can just get the fingertips. So not your whole fingers or your hand, just maybe the tips of your fingers there. Now the head and the shoulders settle back, the head rests back. Keep that. Fire up the legs, pull it up through the core. Now, slowly lift the hips. Remember, y'all are strong, and if you over-engage your glutes, you're going to lift the hips too high. It's going to force the knees out. So that's the first thing you'll feel if you go too high, is the knees will start to go away from each other. We're actually looking for internal rotation, so we're looking for the inner thighs to come in and down. Think of what it would mean if the knees were going out. That would be external rotation. They'd be going away. We're trying to bring them in. Now take the shoulders under a little bit deeper. Yeah. Now gently push the feet down and forward, and it's going to feel like that back bend gets nice and deep right underneath the shoulder blades. Take one more breath. Now control it, so slowly lower down. Then take your feet wide, let your knees touch. Bring one hand to your heart, and one hand to your low belly. And then take a few breaths. Now on the second one, I'll first bring you up in the bridge and then wheel. Play wherever you like to play. All right, here we go. Inhale, open the knees, reset the feet, bring the arms back along the sides. Set it up here. All right, charge those legs. Pull it up through the core. When you're ready, slowly lift the hips, come to the bridge. If you're going to go in the wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat. Turn your hands out so your elbows come in line with your shoulders. Plug your shoulders back. Push down and come up. If you need more curve, lift your heels up. It'll lengthen the back bend, so it'll make it more accessible. Maybe pump your heart towards the wall you're looking at to slide the shoulders on your back. You want to do some ergo push-ups, you're going to lower your head to the mat, and you're going to push back up. Maybe do 3, maybe do 5. Whenever you're ready to lower down, lower. Then take the feet wide, let the knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart, left hand, and then swap. Swap whatever one. And then open the knees, windshield wiper side to side. Both sides out, come to neutral. Take your right leg up, cross it over your left. You're going to roll towards your left hip.
Pigeon or
Keep your
flying?
right crossed all the way together. Since we talked about this shape, right, this is how you get into, this is your functional line, which would be like how you throw. So we're here on the outside of the hip from that. Your primal actions would be standing, walking, running, and throwing. Here's that line. And then inhale, come back up, unwind the legs, scooch the hips back to center, and then swap left leg over right. The hips are going to go to the left a little bit as the knees settle to the right. The left shoulder stays rooted down. to the center of your mat, reach the legs out, reach the arms up overhead. Inhale your right knee to your chest, interlace the hands behind your thigh, reach your heel to the sky. Keep the back of the left thigh rooting down to the mat. So you might have to back that right heel towards like in front of you. Let's say the center or a little bit some of your facing the wall. Then you'll be able to root the back thigh down on that left side. Then start to take the leg into the split. Then bend that knee, take that right leg out, hug the left knee in. Try to root the back of that right thigh to the mat. When you're ready, reach the heel to the sky. So it's internal rotation on the bottom leg, so you want to keep hugging into the big toe mound side. It's external rotation on the leg going to the ceiling. So you want the out seam of your thigh reaching forward. Sometimes you take the thumb and you persuade the outside of the thigh forward a little bit. Then bend the knee, lower down, hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself up to a seated position. Bend your left leg, take your right leg over the top. Since we're in a circle, always do the same side as well. Reach down, pull your left sit bone back and out, and then the right one so that the right one starts to root down towards the mat a little more. Push the big toe mound down on the right foot. Take your right hand behind you and your left bent elbow to the outside of your knee. And then sit up tall and twist to the up knee. Half Lord of the Fishes, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Take that right shoulder back. You want to go deeper in the twist, you can start to peek over that right shoulder if you want to leave your head in line with your chest, whatever feels good. Keep going on the inhale, going up, and then the exhale, twist into the pose. Inhale, come back to center. You can either break dance, move in the side too, or swap the legs. Reach down to that right side backing out and then the left. So you feel the sit bone root down on this left side. Left hand goes behind you, right bent elbow to the outside of the knee, sit up tall, rotate to the up knee. Yep, rooting down into those sit bones as you breathe up and then twisting into the pose a little bit deeper. Spread your fingers, yep. So you're active from feet, or toes, the fingers, right? Legs, arms, upper trunk. And then inhale, come back to center, unwind the legs, lay flat back. Take the legs out, reach the arms up overhead, take a nice big stretch. When you're ready, hug your knees to your chest. Take your knees wide, come to happy baby. So happy baby's back of the hip. It's also inside the thighs. It could be back of the legs if you want to reach one leg out or both legs out. It's whatever feels good to you. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, girl. Feel free to add or remove layers and props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat. You're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. For the low back and the pelvis, all of us can just reach down towards your butt and lift your butt up a little bit and push the fleshiness towards your heels. And then place your butt back down. And there'll be this nice settling into your sacrum here and your low back. legs reach out, let the feet gently roll open. Bring the arms along the sides. Let the shoulders settle back and the open palm turn to the sky. Let your head rest back. Maybe let your eyes close. Let the tongue soften from the roof of the mouth. As the body gets heavy. The mind turn back to the breath. Allowing each exhale to clear and remove and make space, and each inhale to draw in something new. Let our heart open. It gets ready to move the practice into the yoga of life, into the practice of life. The heart will bring us back to the mat. Play around, strengthen and release, challenge ourselves again. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath as it washes over the body. Toes and fingers, crown of your head and your heart as we reawaken that better version of ourselves, ready for whatever challenge is next. Fingers and the toes begin to wiggle. Maybe let the arms and the legs stretch or reach over the way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly, consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest. Just roll to the right side. Take your hands underneath your head. Take a couple breaths. When you're ready, you can push your hands down, come up to a seated position. We'll be together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of us. One more time, to seal in our practice, our time together. The sound of all together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. We softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Good. Awesome practice. You know, if you have any questions or anything feels weird, grab us before you go.
Yeah.
I won't see y'all next week. I'll see you the following week after. Well, I won't see you on Saturday. I'll see y'all Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.